Hey, how you doing? The video prior to this was the same kind of video, but it was about cultured stone, and it was all about, do you smell musty odors when you walk in the front door or you walk in the house? And there's a lot of reasons for musty odors, but we're going to talk about one of them today. So let's say you didn't have the cultured stone, and let's say it wasn't hardy board, or let's say it wasn't brick, because those are all separate videos. Let's say you had EIFS, okay? EIFS being exterior insulated finish system. Some people say fascia systems. EIFS, synthetic stucco. There's a difference between 1920 stucco, which was basically cement, Portland based, and it was like, if you knock on it, knock. See, do it here. If you knock on it, how about that? You knock on it, and it sounds hollow, then it's synthetic stucco. But if you knock on it and it feels like concrete, well, that's what it is. So anyways, we're going to talk about this. So here you can see where we cut a couple openings here. And by the way, that was a picture of the cultured stone. And that is a complete evidence of rotting behind it. So you might want to check that out if you have this and you have musty odors. But let's get back. So we cut these open, okay? And this is what you're kind of supposed to have. This is the we added this plastic. Don't look at the plastic. You have Tyvek on the background, and that Tyvek has to be properly sealed. That's called the rain screen. And the problem was when they did the EIFS in the late 80s and 90s, and even maybe 2000, it was done wrong. Okay, and so what happens is, anyway, just as far as this particular case, we went around and put a lot of holes in these people's house. All right, and so here we go. So here's our EIFS, and here you can see what's happened. Here's the insulation, and then and you can see how there's rotting here. Okay, and so this is kind of rotting from the inside out. And there's your drywall on the inside of the house. Okay, and you can see some staining. So you might not see moisture in your house. It'll just smell bad. And I'll tell you what, if you got a persistent musty odor, you really got to start thinking about your siding. If you have a cultured stone, or we call it lick and stick stone, cladding, okay, stone cladding. How about that? Or you have EIFS or hardy board. That stuff's got to still drain, okay? I mean, water gets behind it, it's got to go out. And when it doesn't drain, and a lot of these builders don't do this stuff right. And these kind of repairs are expensive. I've done home inspections on $400,000 homes where the people moved in and they're tearing out all the siding in the front of the house. It's costing them $40,000. So very important to check if you can. If you hire EIFS moisture survey people, they're very expensive. To survey a full EIFS house or a cultured stone house could cost you thousands of dollars. So in the previous video, I showed you where you could, let's see if I could find that photo. And a good idea to do is right there. Here we go. Okay. What you can do is go to your basement. And I did say go to the northeast corner. That's where you're going to have your wind-driven rains. That's where our weather comes. And if you've got there's two types of leaks. You got actual moisture leaks from rain, and that's what this is. You can see this one here where there's rotting, and you can see the stains. And this gave it away. You look downstairs, and you would see these stains coming through here, and you would see the stains on your joist, and here you can actually see where the floor is all rotted out. Sometimes you got to cut holes in ceilings. Now, condensation is another problem. So if you go to the other house and go to the other opposite corner, the northeast corner, and you see mold or mildew, it's probably not a leak. It's probably condensation. And that's because that's the coldest space. So that's moisture from the inside out. So you got to be careful if it's moisture from the outside in or moisture from the inside out. That's a problem too. And that can cause musty odors. So if you got a house that has musty odors, you really need to investigate it, look for it. Sometimes there's underground cavities under stairwells that were done improperly. It could be waterproofing problems, or it could be siding. So you really want to stop that. Some people have allergies. But anyways, I do have a service. You can Google call Marco with a question, and Marco is with the K. And for small fees, I could try to help you out. Most people that call me, they call me because they've already had 50 people look at their problem. So I'll try my best. Usually I'm pretty 95% rate. Sometimes I ask you a bunch of questions, a lot of questions, and I might want some photos, but we'll try to get to it. At least I'll be able to steer you in the right direction. Also, below, I have some products. I am an Amazon affiliate, and hey, I don't make a whole lot of money doing this, so hey, buy some stuff for me or from my site. I make like a dime. So hey, thanks for coming on.